Same stuff, different week. Is this the end for the 2026 Giants? Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Bustering the Giants. I'm your host, Jonah Johnson, a freelance video producer and editor, and a die-hard San Francisco Giants fan. In today's video, we'll be recapping the Braves and Marlins series, going over our player of the week, as well as looking ahead to the homestand in which the Braves and A's come into San Francisco. First, let's go over the Braves series in Atlanta, starting with Game 1. In the top of the first, Jung-Hoo Lee hit a sac fly that scored in a rise, giving the Giants an early 1-0 lead. In the bottom of that same inning, Drake Baldwin hit the furthest home run at MLB this year, and Mauricio Dubon hit an RBI single, giving the Braves the lead 2-1. In the top of the second, Bryce Eldridge drew a bases-loaded walk, and Matt Chapman hit a sac fly to give the Giants the lead 3-2. Then, a rain delay happened, and they wouldn't resume this game until the next day. Once the game started back up the next day, in the top of the fifth inning, Devers and Lee both went back-to-back, hitting home runs to right field and almost to the same spot. Then, in the top of the eighth inning, Willy Adames hit a solo home run out to center field. In the top of the ninth inning, Matt Chapman hit into an RBI force-out. Robbie Ray came in to relieve Adrian Hauser once the game started back up on Wednesday, and he absolutely shoved, throwing 6 1/3 innings, striking out 8, walking 2, and only giving up 2 hits. The Giants went on to win this game 7-2. In Game 2, in the top of the first, Rafael Devers hit a double to knock in a rise from second. In the top of the second inning, Willy Adames hit a home run out to left field. Then, Luis Arias hit a solo home run out to right field. And to cap it off, Bryce Eldridge hit a home run out to center field. In the bottom of the sixth inning, Austin Riley hit an RBI single, and old friend Dominic Smith hit a sac fly. In the top of the ninth inning, Luis Arias hit a single that scored both Drew Gilbert and Jonah Cox. And it's a good thing he did, because in the bottom of the ninth inning, Matt Gage gave up a 2-run home run to Mauricio Dubon. A wild pitch from Tristan Beck would also score in Drake Baldwin. Sadly, this wasn't enough for the Braves, and the Giants went on to win Game 2, 7-5. Unfortunately, Game 3 was postponed due to a tropical storm in Atlanta. Now the game has been rescheduled for August 31st, which is an off day for the Giants before they head to Pittsburgh and then Queens, New York. Now, let's get into the Marlins series. In Game 1, in the bottom of the first, Owen Casey hit a solo home run off of Landon Roop to start off the game. In the top of the second, Daniel Suzak hit a sac fly that scored in Willy Adames. In the bottom of the fifth, Owen Casey hit an RBI double. In the top of the sixth, Devers homered, and Casey Schmidt singled to knock in Jung-Hoo Lee. In the bottom of the seventh inning, Liam Hicks of the Marlins hit an RBI single, and Owen Casey hit a sac fly. The bullpen blew the game for the Giants, and ultimately, the Giants lost 4-3. In Game 2, in the bottom of the first, Owen Casey drew a bases-loaded walk to bring in a run. In the top of the second inning, Drew Gilbert hit an RBI single that knocked in Jung-Hoo Lee. In the bottom of the second, Trevor McDonald forgot to step on the bag when covering first, and this allowed a run to score. In the top of the fourth, a ball was Schmidt on, thanks to Casey Schmidt. In the bottom of the fourth, Jacob Marcy hit an RBI single, Xavier Edwards hit into a double play that sadly still scored a run, and Heriberto Hernandez hit a 2-run home run. In the top of the eighth, Schmidt doubled in a run. Unfortunately, this wasn't enough for the Giants' offense, and they would go on to lose this game 6-3. In Game 3, in the bottom of the second, Kyle Stowers hit a home run out to center field, making it an early 1-0 lead for the Marlins. In the top of the third, Schmidt hit an RBI single that scored in Luis Arias. In the bottom of the fourth, Otto Lopez doubled to score in Kyle Stowers. Logan Webb pitched so damn good, throwing 8 innings, striking out 5, walking 2, and giving up 2 earned runs. Although Webb pitched great, sadly this wasn't enough for the Giants, and they went on to lose this game 2-1 and got swept by the Marlins. And the cherry on top of the Miami sweep is that in the top of the ninth inning, after Devers drew a walk, Jonah Cox went into pinch run for him, and Devers was not happy, and this has caused a lot of commotion, and it's all that any Giants fans are talking about right now. Not only Giants fans, but everyone around the league. Overall, the Giants scored 21 runs on 42 hits and went 2-3 on the week. Now, let's get into our player of the week, and it's no one else but Casey Schmidt. Schmidt went 11 for 20 on the week, hitting 1 home run, scoring twice, and hitting 4 RBIs. After dealing with a rough stretch in the first half of June, Schmidt is putting together much better at bats and looks a lot more comfortable inside the box. After a heartbreaking road trip, the Giants return home and face the A's for a 3-game set, and then the Braves for a 3-game set over the weekend. In Game 1 of the A's series, it'll be Aaron Savali versus Robbie Ray. In Game 2, it'll be Gage Jump versus Tyler Mahle. And in Game 3, it'll be Jeffrey Springs versus Landon Roop. Right now, it's unclear who's pitching for the Giants or the Braves for the upcoming weekend series, but we can at least expect some combination of Webb, McDonald, and another Ray day. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Things are getting worse and worse every day for the Giants. They genuinely find new ways to lose every single game. A lot of our best players are underperforming. The fan base is now coming for the manager and the front office. And the Giants have never been over 500 once this season. As of right now, the Giants are 31-46 and are 9 games back of the wild card. Do you think there's enough time to turn things around? Maybe they have something left in the tank? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this week's video. If you haven't already, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. Be fair, be kind, and as always, go Giants. Looking forward to talking more with you next week.